Middlesbrough in their traditional red kit to get us underway, and it's World Cup referee Paul Durkin in charge here, deputising for Dermot Gallagher. Yapstam and Mark Bosnich with a nice early touch. This is Paul Ince, who will want to do particularly well. He was in good form at White Hart Lane last week. 6 trophies in his time as the governor at Old Trafford. Curtis Fleming looks as if he wants to hurl in a long one towards Brian Dean, who's come near post and got an easy free header. Keane got it quickly away. Dennis Irwin's header. Then Stam. Back in by Christian Ziege. Ince does well. Ziege, the German international. Campbell. Good work early here. Ricard. And the little flick was from Mark Somerville in the end. One of the youngsters who's really come through very well at Middlesbrough. Local boy, born in Durham. Ryan Giggs floating dangerously into space and not really picked up for a moment there. I don't think Middlesbrough were expecting Giggs to pop up here. But United, when they're at their best, have such fluency and movement. They definitely weren't at their best in Madrid, certainly going forward. The ball was given away so many times. That's Fleming. And Henning Berg making sure that Ricard couldn't get on the end of it. Berg preferred to Sylvester, who would put in 1 or 2 well, questionable performances in the centre of the defence, and that's why Berg's come back. Andy Cole, 1 goal tonight will take him up to 200 in club football, and if David Beckham scores here, it will be the 50th of his career. So landmarks to be achieved, apart from everything else at stake tonight. Keane. Gary Neville with the interception. And David Beckham with the hair bit by bit growing back. Since he had it shaved, he's scored in every Premiership match he's played in. Gary Neville up towards Beckham. Pitch has been watered and looks quite lively. Keane to York. Burrow very quick to close players down. Here's Curtis Fleming. Long servant of Middlesbrough, his 9th season with the club. Hamilton Ricard, big compliments for him last week from George Graham, the Tottenham manager, who described his performance at White Hart Lane as magnificent. One in the air by Berg. Beckham's header forward. Colin Cooper back to Christian Ziege. Not on his stronger foot. Ricard. Well, he's full of confidence at the moment, wants to try his luck from everywhere. It might have just taken a deflection on the way through. Ricard's banged in 5 goals in his last 6 matches, the big Colombian. Brian Deane on a bit of a goal drought at the moment. Here comes the Borough corner. Steve Vickers is in there. United having to get a lot of players back defending. Middlesbrough with the distinction of being the last Premiership team to win at Old Trafford. And that's going all the way back to December 1998, a famous 3-2 win. Mind you, I seem to remember that Sir Alex Ferguson was away that day attending a funeral. Fleming setter. Here's Irwin. Andy Cole showing himself. Borough looking very tenacious, as you'd expect from a side on the very good run that they're on at the moment. Here's Giggs. Now Irwin. Given away by Giggs. Manchester United have hit 11 goals in their last 2 Premiership outings. 4 against Bradford, 7 against West Ham. This season they're on 101 in all competitions. Not too bad, is it? Here's Scholes to Beckham. York is on the near post. Cross doesn't find him, but here's Scholes! And well seen and well held in the end by goalkeeper Mark Schwarzer. He might not have got too clear a view of that. Out to Scholes, who can really crack them. Hat-trick against West Ham. He also scored a fantastic volley at Bradford recently. One of the goals of the season, and no doubt about it. Stam wins the header. Ince was quickly on the scene, but is just limping a little after that. He's recently had a hernia operation, which was badly needed, and has come back from that in very good form. Let's hope that's just a minor knock for him. Borough need him in there, and of course he knows all about what Manchester United can do. Referee's not happy. I think he feels that he was just stealing ground there, Curtis Fleming. Paul Durkin, this referee, has had an outstanding season. Seen him a few times, and he's always looked in very confident command of things. Oh, Curtis Fleming, that's a mistake. Here is Giggs. And some good covering by Cooper. The former Nottingham Forest man. They needed him there. Back by Gary Neville. That might be a corner. It looked like it went out of play. It definitely has now. Surface a bit skiddy after the watering it's had. Cooper is down injured now. Looks like a knock to the left ankle for him. That's where Giggs nearly got through, and that's where he was caught. Cooper stayed on his feet until he'd cleared the ball. There's a player who was capped by England a couple of times. It was 5 years ago. Didn't really look the part, to be honest with you, as an England defender, but he's been a very, very good club defender for Borough, well, twice now, 2 spells. And Gary Pallister, yet another back injury, keeping him out. And Cooper looks as if he's in some pain there. And, well, they've got Gianluca Festa on the bench, the Italian. who is fit again, and that does look quite bad by Cooper. And we've only played, what is it, just under 10 minutes. Borough corner is a disappointment. Not like Christian Ziege, that. Been an excellent signing for Borough, he has. Middlesbrough 0, Manchester United 0 with 10 minutes on the clock. United, a bit slovenly. Ricard. Little Andy Campbell. Here he is again. Quick, darting little striker who's still waiting for his 21st birthday. Beckham. Interplay between him and Dwight York. Roy Keane. Here's Scholes. And Beckham's ball. Not like him, a little bit careless. Cooper is struggling, no doubt about it. Must be touch and go whether he can play any further part here. It's all being strapped up. And on comes Gianluca Festa. I thought that was the change that they'd make. That's not a big problem for Middlesbrough. Festa is usually part of their first choice defence. He wasn't included tonight because he'd missed last week's game with a hamstring injury. And Brian Robson obviously felt he wouldn't change a winning side. Disappointment though for Cooper in what is obviously a high-profile game for the Borough. Dean up to Ricard. Somerville's little touch. Then Ince. Ziege. Andy Campbell. Free kick, Middlesbrough. Paul Scholes, good goal scorer, wonderfully creative. He does tend to mistime the odd challenge in midfield and picks up more than his fair share of bookings as a result. Campbell, interesting idea. Dwight York. Now Berg. Nicely worked by Manchester United until Irwin gives it away. It's not like United to surrender possession quite as easily as they're doing here, and indeed as they did last week in Madrid. No matter how dominant their position in the league, I'm sure that Sir Alex Ferguson will be looking for signs that his strongest lineup here can click back into gear. Keane. Gary Neville. Here's Dwight York. Nicely worked with his soul brother Andy Cole. Neville. Final ball is found wanting. Colin Cooper, we're told, has a gashed shin which requires stitches. It's all over for him tonight. Giggs with the header. Manchester United on 70 points. That's 6 more than at this stage last year when they won the championship. Their best ever Premiership total is 82. And their biggest winning margin since the Premiership began 10 points over Villa back in '93. Dean took it instinctively, and it was worth the try. Ziga's ball forward. Bounces around off Ricard, and then Dean on the half volley. But he's gone 5 without a goal. Ryan Giggs. Fleming. Mistake by Jaap Stam. Ricard in behind. Stam quickly on the scene to atone for his misjudgment. You don't usually get 2 chances to get the better of Jaap Stam. There was the first, but then Ricard just wanted a bit too much time, showed the defender the ball, and that was all he needed. Ziga with the in-swinging corner. It was won by Keane, but it's not really away yet. Neville, that's a bit better for them. Oh, and Ziga on his good left foot as well. He has scored 6 goals, playing basically as a left back or wing back this season. A lot of them came early in the campaign. Irwin. Good covering to deny Dwight York. Fester, the substitute, getting across quickly. Cole. Giggs got a lucky bounce. How lucky, we'll see now. York denied by Schwarzer. Well, that was a vital save from the goalkeeper. He was odds on to score. There was some good work too by Fester in there. And Schwarzer claims it again. The goalkeeper, whose error at Old Trafford when these two sides met, allowed David Beckham to score in the very last minute. It was one of the goalkeeping howlers of the season, but he's already made a couple of good saves tonight. Just scuffed the shot a bit, didn't he, York, as well? Ricard helping it in there, and Campbell has put Middlesbrough ahead! Well, they're on fire at the moment, Middlesbrough. An early 21st birthday present for the England under-21 international, Andy Campbell. The ball bounces up. Ricard and Campbell first to react. Manchester United just a little dithery here. 1 or 2 chances to clear, and that's well finished by the youngster. His 4th Middlesbrough goal this season, and he's only recently come into the side. Everything going his way at the moment. A recent England under-21 goal, a vital one as well, and a new 4-year contract. Well, you could hear the cheers from Liverpool too when that went in. Maybe the title race isn't quite dead yet. Well, that will have jolted Manchester United, who have looked, by their own standards, very subdued so far. And frustration coming to the boil. 1 or 2 incidents earlier in the season with United players attracting the wrong kind of publicity for, well, how can I put it, press ganging the referee. Didn't quite happen there. Ryan Robson biting the hand that used to feed him. Ziege plays this in again, and there's a vital save. It was Brian Deane, and Bosnich knew very little about it. It was only his reflexes that prevented Deane making it 2-0. Well, this game really should catch light after all of this. How will Manchester United respond? Bosnich is shaking his head, wondering where his defenders were. And I must say, we were kind of wondering ourselves. Here's Ricard again. Somerville helping it through, nearly got through to Campbell again. And Manchester United had better defend better than this when they come across Mezes Raul and Morientes again at Old Trafford in 9 days' time. Manchester United currently 12 matches unbeaten in all competitions, beaten only 3 times in the Premiership in 31 matches this season at Chelsea, Spurs, and most recently at Newcastle. Are they going to suffer on another visit to the northeast tonight? It's early, but Borough have their noses in front. Keane's challenge, and look at him ranting and raving at the other United players. Well, can he G up United, who look very much stuck in second gear early on here? Mind you, they've had one great chance themselves, that one for Dwight York. Well, Mark Bosnich made a number of good saves against Real Madrid, and he only just about kept that one out from Brian Deane. Keane. Giggs on the chase. And then Paulin scored a little bit late. And it's been a funny old season for Mark Bosnich. Left out a couple of times by Sir Alex Ferguson, but established as the #1 at the moment. Ricard's on the chase, that ought to be no problem for Bosnich. The kick is a bit on the dodgy side. It's fallen to Campbell, who handled it. Free kick to United. Challenge on the robust side. And 1 or 2 stern faces on the United bench. Stam has come forward from the back, looking for a header here. It's played in by Beckham. Beckham's header, but nothing doing for Manchester United there. Quite a turnaround this for Middlesbrough, who hit rock bottom with a couple of terrible performances here when they were beaten 4-1 by Derby and 4-0 by Aston Villa. They've lost 5 times at the Riverside in this campaign already. Here's Stam. Can United shake themselves out of their early lethargy? Andy Cole. Beg your pardon, it was Dwight York being challenged by Vickers. Beckham's little chip forward. His Scholes trying to break into space. Handball by him. Free kick Middlesbrough. Ziga. It was left to Bosnich, and happily for United this time, the defenders and goalkeeper were on the same wavelength. The trick for Borough now is, can they stop Manchester United from scoring in this game? Dean nods it down. Somerville had made a break from midfield, as he's wont to do. Well won by Curtis Fleming. Ferocious challenge from Berg, but he won the ball. Ricard plays it in again. Dean on the back post, nearly falls to Somerville. Stam's header. Somerville again, and some desperate defending from Manchester United there. Fleming. Dean challenging. Stam has to give away the corner. And you can almost see United thinking, what's going on here? They might have thought that Middlesbrough would be reasonably relaxed about this, having secured their Premiership safety. But Borough look as if they want this bad. And that was number 2! Ricard! And there's a flag up. There might have been a push in there. It's going to be disallowed. And quickly the game resumes with Beckham United so adept on the counter. Andy Cole. Sudden change in the mood. Beckham. We think Ricard did a spot of pushing on his way towards heading that ball. Suddenly United with Keane looking for an equaliser instead of being 2-0 down, as they must have thought for a moment. Is there quite enough drama for you here? Wow, he's disallowed that. Was there a bit of hand involved as well? All sorts of pushing and shoving going on in there. Middlesbrough might well argue that was 6 of one, half a dozen of the other. Well, it's fever pitch in this game now. In football, always expect the unexpected. Irwin's interception. Here's Keane. Now Giggs. York's little layoff. Irwin. Beckham. Interesting little flick. Trying to find Andy Cole. Fester's watching him. There's Viv Anderson, one of the many ex-Manchester United players in the Middlesbrough management team. Now it looks like Michael Sylvester is going to come on for Manchester United here to replace Dennis Irwin, and we can only assume Irwin has some sort of knock, because it's a bit early for a tactical change, unless Sir Alex Ferguson has seen something here he doesn't like. Irwin was replaced last week at the Bernabeu. He seems to be moving quite freely, doesn't he? So that's an interesting one. Maybe Manchester United feel they need to do more to counter Borough's 3 attackers. Beckham's little flick. Keane. United throw. I don't think that was an invitation to a birthday party from Roy Keane to Mark Somerville. Keane now being booed with his every touch. Probably will for the rest of the game. And not a bad cross, though. Dwight York. Stam. Gary Neville with the forward run. Well, in the build-up to this game, Brian Robson, the Middlesbrough manager, half-jokingly, I think, warned his players about going in front early, because he remembered what happened to West Ham when they had the temerity to do it at Old Trafford last week. They got hit for 7. Now, what was wrong with that goal? Have another look. Look at Ricard. Is there a push there? But yeah, Dean was holding back Stam. And was there a hand by Ricard? I don't think so. I think it was probably for Dean holding back Stam on the back post. All happening here. Need about 10 pairs of eyes to keep abreast of this. Giggs. As far as we can understand, there is no injury to Dennis Irwin. We'll check that. It does look like a strategic change by Manchester United. Only into touch by Henning Berg. Here's a check on the scoreline after everything that's happened here, but it doesn't begin to tell you about all the drama. Middlesbrough 1, Manchester United 0. Surprising scoreline. United in just a spot of bother. Here's Mustoe through to Campbell. Keane as ever getting through a mountain of work in United's midfield. Ziege playing it back. Fleming. Work for Brian Dean to do here. Dean being asked to play almost wide right in an effort to stretch Manchester United, and Campbell fairly wide left with Ricard through the middle. It's the tactics they used at White Hart Lane last week to some effect. Here is Ricard. Looking increasingly effective, the Colombian international. Here he is again. Somerville. Fleming just had a little more time maybe than he realised. Cole has given the ball away to Mustoe. Flicked on by Dean. Campbell had made the run through the middle. His pace and movement just unsettling Stam and Henning Berg. They didn't really react to him when he nipped behind them for the Middlesbrough goal. United have maybe got into the habit of knocking the ball around serenely, as they're able to do in the Champions League, but there's a different kind of pace and feel to things. But here they're being forced to operate at helter-skelter by Middlesbrough, who are pushing them and contesting every blade of grass out there, and they're producing 1 or 2 errors doing it. The long-serving Robbie Mustoe wanting a bit too much time. Now it's Beckham. Good-looking ball in, and Giggs. Good chance. And maybe United will reflect they had the wrong man on the end of it for a header. They probably would have wanted Cole and York in there. It's not to say that Ryan Giggs hasn't scored the odd header along the way, but you know what I mean. Still 1-0 to the Borough, who get very good support up here in the northeast. Average crowds at over 33,000. Sylvester, won by Steve Vickers. Keane again. Always seems to have plenty of time, doesn't he, sitting in there? That time that wasn't used that time. That'll be a Borough throw off Curtis Fleming, who was in Borough's FA Cup final team a few years back against Chelsea. An occasion when they conceded a goal after 42 seconds, which didn't help. Had a funny old roller coaster time of it, Borough. A couple of promotions and relegations, and they're bidding here to make it 3 consecutive seasons in the Premiership for the first time. And they ought to do that with quite a lot to spare. They've already got enough points, in fact. Brian Robson, the second longest serving manager in the Premiership, and sitting near him is the longest serving one, Sir Alex. Sylvester's throw. York across the Skulls. Schwarzer only half gets there, and Andy Cole misses it. And is wondering how. It honestly didn't look that difficult for him to turn it in. He just rather snatched it. Big chance there for Andy Cole's 200th career league goal in club football. Oh dear, he says. Nothing going right. Cole, who missed a bit of a sitter, of course, at Madrid last week, with that free header a yard out that he put over the bar. So he's just having one of those little phases at the moment, Cole. But 21 goals this season, which isn't half bad. Well played by Vickers to get that away from Cole. Here's Dean. Ricard, phenomenal work rate from Middlesbrough. Ricard. Somerville invited to get a cross in, but he was asked quite a bit by Ricard there. Well, that's as cool as you like, isn't it, from Keane? Passing the ball across his own penalty area. Here's little Paul Scholes. Oh dear. Somerville. Dean. It was a horrendous return ball, really, and it's let Ryan Giggs go off on one of those runs. But to be fair to Brian Dean, he was the one that harried Giggs and helped to get the ball back for Borough. Somerville. Good run in the team for him, but offside here against Ince, who'd got forward. You might remember at the end of last season, Paul Ince coming up with a vital goal for Liverpool against Manchester United. As Paul came back from 2-0 down that day, and it looked that night as if Manchester United were going to blow the title, because Arsenal had won, but it all turned back in their favour. That was the night Dennis Irwin got sent off. Dummy from Ryan Giggs, but none of his teammates had read it. Here's York. Gary Neville up towards York. Beckham. Another of his trademark crosses. Giggs. Now, can Ricard hold this up? Yes, he can. That's very good play by the striker so far. That must be a foul by Ricard on David Beckham. Into the last 5 minutes of a fascinating incident-packed opening half at the Riverside tonight. Middlesbrough 1, Manchester United 0. United 8 points clear in the title race going into this one, ahead of Liverpool, but not quite home and hosed just yet. Beckham. Ince back defending. Can United strike late in this first half? Gary Neville's long throw bounces an awful long way, and York's header had to get all the pace on the ball himself, but it was really the direction that was missing more than anything here. Offside. Well, it's one thing taking the lead against Manchester United, but can Middlesbrough sustain this? There's that York header again. Curtis Fleming. Here's Scholes. United beginning to move with a little more fluency. That's a really good ball from Beckham to York. Giggs. Fleming, very quickly and terrier-like defender, who's won caps in the past for the Republic of Ireland, not part of their scheme at the moment. Off goes Dwight York. Beckham. Trying to work the angles here. Typical intricate one-touch Manchester United football around the edge of the penalty area. Trying to draw Middlesbrough out of position. They've got to take it somewhere, and they're well capable of doing it, as we've seen so often. It's Scholes. Trying to lure Borough out so that a few gaps might appear. York does well. Must be about 20 consecutive United touches here. Sylvester turning up in the opposition penalty area. Just over a minute to the break, plus anything that the referee adds on. Stav has come forward. Now it's Giggs. Keane. Away by Somerville. Now Gary Neville. Thought about the shot for a moment. Beckham. And well blocked. Important block by the goal scorer Andy Campbell. Important for Middlesbrough to prevent Beckham getting in a steady stream of crosses, because so many of those produce goals. Beckham's header this time. Vickers got his head to it. It's still not really away, and York lost his footing at a vital moment. And the danger clears. People slipping up on the surface. Middlesbrough haven't beaten Manchester United at home for 11 years, so long ago that the man who got the winner was Peter Davenport at Ayresome Park, the old Ayresome Park. 3 minutes to be added. Ricard. York. Here's Stam. That head glinting under the floodlights. Sylvester. The aristocratic feathers of Manchester United being ruffled a little here. But they're beginning to get some domination of possession for the first time late in the half. Gary Neville does get in the cross. Scholes was in there. Giggs plays it to Cole. And the shot from Roy Keane, not firmly struck, really. Maybe one or two ominous signs that it may be a pretty long second 45 minutes for Middlesbrough here. Middlesbrough for the moment fairly intent on defence, making sure that they take this lead into half-time with them. We've played 2 minutes of the 3 due to be added. Still time for Manchester United, but not much of it. Opening up a bit here. Beckham. Lovely little chip. Andy Cole. And he can't quite find Dwight York. Now Cole and York have had big chances for Manchester United in this first half, but neither have been accepted. Ricard having another excellent game for Middlesbrough. Looks such an improved player. Paul Durkin says get back there. That's where I'm telling you the ball went out of play. Allowing no nonsense at all. Well, that's it. I make it 3 minutes played. So does the referee. Blows his whistle. Andy Campbell, the 20-year-old, with the vital goal for Middlesbrough that keeps things very interesting here. And one disallowed for Hamilton Ricard as well. There'll be a lot of debate about that at half-time. Should it have been disallowed? The referee thought the answer to it was yes. But Manchester United being given a hard time of it here. 8 points clear or not at the top of the Premiership on the run-in. A half-time scoreline here at the Riverside, an interesting one. Middlesbrough 1, Manchester United 0. The decibel level may have risen a little in the Manchester United dressing room at half-time. Can't imagine Sir Alex Ferguson was too amused to see Manchester United, having been roasted by him after their performance in Madrid, come out here and play pretty poorly, really. Certainly for the opening half an hour. They picked it up a bit after that. Keane making a forward run. They're obviously going to try to spring him from midfield positions. He's already scored 12 this season. He's one of the leading scorers in the Champions League, in fact, with 6, Roy Keane. Borough may have a lot of defending to do here. Here's Gary Neville with a long throw. Giggs, and they've equalised. Straight away, Manchester United level. And it looked a half-hit shot that maybe Mark Schwarzer didn't completely see. Was he unsighted? Just what United wanted. Went through a lot of players. This might give you a better idea. Yeah, I think Schwarzer saw that late. It came out from behind Dwight York. Yes, it did. And Ryan Giggs with the goal to put Manchester United on level terms. And that goal coming within a minute or so of the restart. In fact, somebody who's had a watch on it reckons it was 55 seconds. And here are United again with Andy Cole. He's not just in the mood at the moment, is he, Andy Cole? But Borough absolutely caught out here. Cole in behind them. And that could and probably should have been 2-1. Those one-on-ones with the keeper are a lot more difficult than a lot of fans may fondly imagine. But Cole would reckon that he should take those. 6th of the season for Ryan Giggs. Recent scorer for Wales against Finland as well. Well, that's better, he says. I wonder how many tons of chewing gum Alex Ferguson gets through in the course of a season. Beckham's foul. Stan didn't really get it away. Falls to Ricard. Ryan Giggs' goal, his first in the Premiership since he got 2 against West Ham on the 18th of December. He did score in Europe against Bordeaux in the interim. First league goal of the new century, if you want to put it dramatically, for Ryan Giggs. Well, do United now go on to collect all 3 points? They do, of course, have this quality, even in matches where things appear to be going against them, of somehow turning it around. Beckham helping it forward. Difficult phase of the match now for Middlesbrough, who have to hold their concentration. Stam rather mistiming his leap. In goes Keane, winning the ball back again. He really is a fantastic player. Have to say, one of the great midfield players in the world, Roy Keane. Challenges flying in with some regularity, almost like rollerball over by that touchline for a moment there. Paul Durkin just trying to cool things down a little. I never said anything, Gary Neville. You could hear that almost. Bosnich with an enormous throw right up to the halfway line. Beckham's little chip down the line. Goal was a bit of a pity for the Australian goalkeeper Mark Schwarzer, having made a couple of important saves in the first half. Had don't think Giggs really got hold of the shot, but it was enough to creep into the corner. Sylvester. Good challenging back by Brian Deane, who's playing a real team game out there. He's really just an out-and-out striker if you're playing a 4-4-2, but he's almost playing as a right-sided midfield player tonight. Every time United get the ball, he becomes an auxiliary defender. Same with Campbell on the left. Free kick, Middlesbrough. Keane seems to be public enemy number one as far as the Borough fans are concerned. But you know what the pros say, the fans never boo bad players. Free kick for pushing as the ball came in, I think. Yeah, it was a bit of holding, I think, by Ricard on that back post. Here's Giggs, picked up by Paul Ince. Now offside against Hamilton Ricard, although it might have been tighter at the moment the ball was played. He tried to bend his run, and it was extremely tight, wasn't it? Might have been level. Ricard. He's very comfortable on the ball and can join in the game outside the penalty area. He's not just a goal scorer, but here's Giggs now, who's already the goal scorer for Manchester United tonight. York's little flick. Keane. Chorus of boos every time he touches the ball. He's not going to worry about that much. Ziga, the reborn German international, he was out of favour for 16 games, but he'll be there at Euro 2000. Fleming down the line, good idea, but seen by Sylvester, who's really playing for his place. Could he displace Dennis Irwin against Real Madrid next week? Ricard taking on Sylvester. It's a disappointing chip in. Fleming holds his hands up, says it's a fair cop. Beckham with a little flick on. York, Beckham was taken out late, and then there was a foul on York as well. Paul Durkin working hard to keep the yellow cards in his pocket. Check on the score, Middlesbrough 1, Manchester United 1. 55 minutes gone. Stam, Sylvester went to make a run, then checked it. That wasn't as bad a ball as it might have looked from Stam. He thought that the Frenchman was going to make a little burst down that left touchline. By the way, after tonight, Manchester United have Sunderland at home on Saturday, and their remaining games are Chelsea, Spurs at home, Southampton, Watford and Villa away. So you'd have to reckon that they will pick up the points they need to become champions for the 6th time in 8 years. Can York get in behind? Fester had to win that in the air, he did. Scholes was quickly on the scene. Look at that from Beckham. Fantastic bit of control from the England man. Just wants a word, the referee here, between Ziege and Beckham, who will be in confrontation when England play Germany at Euro 2000 and in the World Cup qualifier at Wembley in October, so long as they both keep their places, of course. So that one is to be continued. Well, the crowd here absolutely frantic. Everybody wants to beat Manchester United, of course. And Borough are giving it a right good go tonight. The pendulum's just swung the other way, though, in this second half. Dwight Yorke going down this time. Well, it was almost an arm lock with Vickers. Very, very physical. Dwight Yorke, whose goal ratio is better than that of Andy Cole's since he joined Manchester United. Now it's Beckham. Long way out, even for him, but he might fancy it. He doesn't fancy it. He tries to chip Giggs. It's come out to Ryan Giggs again, and how did that stay out? How did that stay out? It just needed a touch. No doubt about it, Giggs meant it as a shot. It seems to have taken some kind of deflection on the way through. I must say that escaped me. But that's hit a Middlesbrough boot somewhere. And whoever it was, maybe that was a little miracle for Middlesbrough. Here comes the corner kick. Free header for Yorke. Away by Ince. And Middlesbrough just riding their luck back there. But look at Andy Campbell here. Wants to take them all on, and he's got the speed too. It's a solo run from Andy Campbell, but it's destined to end in a cul-de-sac. Well, he'd have needed to do a Michael Owen against Argentina, wouldn't he, to have scored there. Now, let's have a look at this incident again. The ball chipped out. Giggs drives it, and it did hit a Middlesbrough foot on the way through. It might have been that of Fester. Otherwise, it could have been into the far corner. Paul Scholes. Manchester United at the moment looking in command. Beckham. Oh, it's a lovely ball. It's Cole. That'll do. 2-1 to Manchester United. Andy Cole's 200th goal in club football. And within a quarter of an hour of the restart, Manchester United have turned this round. Middlesbrough had a deserved lead at the break, beautifully set up by Beckham. And Andy Cole, at last, gets the radar right. Middlesbrough 1, Manchester United 2. 22nd of the season for Andy Cole. His 6th in the last 9 Premiership matches as well. But here's Ricard. Can Borough bounce back? Beckham. Keane getting in behind here. Is this number 3? Good chance for it, but no. Roy Keane with Paul Ince, who just about did enough. Had to snatch at the chance, but Beckham is beginning to cause some havoc with his passing. Borough a little shell-shocked by what's happened in the opening stages of the second half. Manchester United, it must be said, have shown their championship quality in the way that they have come back here. Campbell. Ziege had to hurry his clearance, but it was okay because it found Dean. Now Somerville. Robbie Mustoe. Then Ince. Christian Ziege. But Middlesbrough having to go backwards. Giggs and Cole, the United scorers. And when Andy Cole has scored in the Premiership this season, Manchester United have never been beaten. Sylvester down injured. Running out of left backs, aren't they, Manchester United? They've taken off Dennis Irwin, now Sylvester. How bad is that not? He's got caught by the left eye by the look of it, didn't he? Still left on the bench, Manchester United have Nicky Butt, Teddy Sheringham, Quinton Fortune, the South African wide man, and the goalkeeper Raymond van der Houw, but he isn't going to help here if Sylvester can't recover. That was the lovely ball from Beckham to Cole to set up the second Manchester United goal. Very well worked. But now Middlesbrough have a free kick. It's going to be Ziege, and the United ball does its job. Somerville chipping it back into the danger area. Gary Neville away this time. United looking for the fast break. Lovely ball from Keane to find Dwight York. Now it's Beckham. Gaps beginning to appear. Keane, and United's movement so much better than it was in that lethargic opening half an hour. Sylvester seems to be all right again, away by Steve Vickers. That's a good piece of control by Mustoe. Here's Dwight York. Scholes chipped up towards the back post. Sylvester's there. Cole trying to bring it down. Cole up to 18 goals in the Premiership this season. 22 in all, as I said. So he's 2 ahead of Dwight York. Comes the Manchester United corner. Ince got it away, not very far though. It's come out to Beckham. Mustoe away. Giggs. Well, Middlesbrough have found what so many other teams have discovered this season. It's almost impossible to stop Manchester United scoring. Even on their travels, they've only failed to score on 2 occasions. That was when they were hammered 5-0 at Chelsea and the 3-0 defeat at Newcastle. Here's Campbell. Just running into a little blockage there. Keane. Better space awareness from him. Paul Scholes. United looking in total control in this phase of the match. Starting to push the ball around ominously, looking a totally different side. Scholes, Cole, Scholes again. Is mesmerising stuff at the moment. Beckham and Middlesbrough just being past dizzy for a spell here. They worked so hard in that first half, they kept up such an intensity, and you wonder if it's just told on one or two of their limbs. I think the fact too that Borough, unluckily for them, conceded a goal so soon after the restart did knock something out of the stuffing out of them. But they've got bags of character at the moment. Who knows? They may be able to come back. Sylvester. Difficult bounce for Berg, who waits for the offside flag and then gets it, much to the disgust of Ricard here. Yeah, he was coming back. Middlesbrough preparing to make a substitution. I think Robbie Mustoe is going to come off, and we may see the little Brazilian wizard Juninho. Not that there's been that much magic from him this season, in truth. Here's Beckham. Middlesbrough needs something, though. They need some inspiration. Beckham. United going through their full repertoire at the moment, and rather looking as if they're enjoying themselves. Here's Scholes. Beckham. Crowd tonight is 34,475. Beg your pardon, 775. Which is not Borough's biggest of the season. That was against Liverpool. Andy Cole. Keane. Now Scholes. Good save, and well held too by Schwarzer. Stretching that 6 feet 5 inch frame. Good hold. For the moment, you'd think that all Middlesbrough can do is just hang on in there and hope that this storm blows itself out. At the moment, Manchester United playing like champions. Jaap Stam wants to have a go himself. He's only ever scored one Premiership goal since he arrived in England. That was in a 6-2 win at Leicester. Now here is Juninho, on loan here from Atletico Madrid until the end of the season, but the word is he will not be kept on. It's Mustoe that comes off, so a defensive midfield player, a ball-winning type midfield player off, and a very much attacking midfield operator on in the Brazilian. He's struggled to recapture his best form since he broke his leg at Atletico. Juninho missed a penalty when these two sides met at Old Trafford. And Manchester United went on to win. Here is Juninho. Ziga with the chip. Flag was up. Well, there it was, and you can see that the official got that dead right. Wasn't much in it, but enough. 2-1 to Manchester United. Are they on their way to 3 of the points they need to wrap up the title? He was climbing, Brian Deane there. Manchester United's free kick, yes, so you can see that Henning Berg. And I think that was definitely a free kick for United. York with Cole in the middle, Beckham deeper still. And nobody could be found. Here's Brian Deane. Juninho. Easily hustled out of it by Stam. Look at Beckham in space here. Is he going to let one go? He does. He almost seemed reluctant to do it, David Beckham. It was the kind of angle he usually relishes. I remember him exploding one into the roof of the net on the last day of last season against Tottenham from almost exactly there. Here's Beckham's corner, and he'll have a chance for another one. Schwarzer seemed to be impeded. Nothing given. Giggs back in again. He really got hold of it as well. Giggs towards the back post, and Vickers has to give away the corner. I must say my impression as that corner came over was that Schwarzer, the Middlesbrough goalkeeper, was being impeded. As it was, the ball was headed off the line. Oh, and that's a cracking goal from Scholes! Yet another one from his locker of magnificent strikes. Well, this one is hit like an absolute tracer bullet. Whack. Scored a screaming volley at Bradford a couple of weeks back. And look at that. Oh dear, that almost took the back of the net off. 11 this season for Scholes. And 5 in his last 3 Premiership games. There's no way back for Middlesbrough now, is there? Here is Juninho. Deane again. Cross, not of the quality needed. It was a decent attack by Borough. Manchester United continue their Premiership scoring spree. Juninho. Skipping past one challenge, but the old confidence isn't quite there in the way that it was in his first spell with Middlesbrough, when he was so brilliant at times. Well, Manchester United have turned the game on its head. Gary Neville. The bookies have stopped taking odds on the Premiership. They want another one here. It's Jaap Stam trying to go all the way and getting a corner kick. They all want to get in on the act now. Well, just think about it. If United do get all 3 points here, and it does look as if they will, doesn't it? They'd only need 8 points from 6 games, even if Liverpool won everything from here on in. Keane. It's like a shooting gallery in there at the moment. Look at that, 21 goal attempts by Manchester United, 3 times as many as Borough. Well, Middlesbrough made a real argument of this for the first half. But you do feel that the key moment in this match was that goal by Ryan Giggs so very early in the second half. Dean's header. Middlesbrough could just sneak another one. They might be in some business. Now Somerville getting in a bit of a tear up here with Roy Keane. I didn't see any fists raised or arms raised, which is what the referee would have been looking at. I think it just was words, heated words. The players very quickly in to keep the peace. Now here's what happened. Scholes, Somerville comes diving in, and he definitely catches Scholes late. Keane wants to take the law into his own hands. And Keane just showing signs of being a little hot-headed. We thought that he'd lost that part of his character. And Somerville rightly does get a yellow card. I think he really was very late in on Scholes. But that was no excuse at all for Keane to play the vigilante. The incident, frankly, had absolutely nothing to do with him. Ooh. The challenge. Now Keane again reacting. He's becoming something of a target. And I just wonder here whether Sir Alex Ferguson might choose to remove Roy Keane from this match before the referee takes some action, because it's all getting very heated. Ziga's challenge was a pretty bad one. Look at Keane, he's still having plenty to say. Paul Durkin needs the skills of a diplomat. And Alex Ferguson, I think, will be thinking about whether to leave Keane out there. His main man, of course. Keane gets a yellow card. So does Ziga. Keane also being targeted by the crowd, reacting maybe a little to the hostile atmosphere too. Now with United 3-1 up, does the manager leave him out there? They're thinking of some substitutions, United. I've seen Quinton Fortune being warmed up. Well, Giggs is coming off. And Quinton Fortune, the South African international, will replace him. There he is. And Nicky Butt also being introduced. Just waiting to see who he's going to be replacing. Well, they're still trying to sort out the electronics here. If somebody can put some money in the meter for us, we can get on with the game here. Now, I think they're making a change. I think, yeah, it is Roy Keane. Well, I take no real credit for reading the manager's mind there. But that would appear to be a common sense decision by Sir Alex Ferguson. Keane had been yellow carded, and I think he felt there was no point in letting one of his key players stay out there, maybe pick up a red card, and with it a suspension. So Butt will be in central midfield as Beckham takes the free kick towards the back post. Nobody makes a connection. Here is Sylvester. Manchester United now working very, very hard as well, as all the top teams in Europe do. It's not just a question of having a little bit of extra class and quality. If it's not allied to hard work, it won't pay. Now here's Paul Ince, Brian Deane. Ince again, but very hard going for Borough now, who, to be honest with you, can hardly get a touch. Not a significant one anyway. And understandably, just a little dispirited, Middlesbrough now. Just as they did against West Ham United, though not in such spectacular fashion, Manchester United have punished a side who have taken the lead against them. Won by Henning Berg in the air, flicked on by Cole, trying to pick up York. There's a mistake by Vickers. It's Dwight York, and somehow it stays 3. Well, he loves to smile, Dwight York, but it may be a smile of embarrassment there. Vickers will be more embarrassed and very relieved. Dwight York have been in cracking goal-scoring form as well. 7 goals in his last 6 appearances before tonight. 3-1, and you'd have to say now it could be more. Oh, Sylvester knew what he was doing, I think. Middlesbrough badly needing something. Bosnich could hardly reach it. Another corner kick. Ziege to swing in another one. Flicked on by Campbell. United boot obviously got the final touch. It's another corner kick to Middlesbrough. Here's Ziege again. Away by Gary Neville on the near post. Somerville. Here's another on a yellow card. Campbell. Another Borough corner. Spirited rally here from the home side. And if they were just to sneak one, who knows? Well, Beckham's missed it completely, and off the line somehow. The goalkeeper came for that, Bosnich. It was an air shot from him. It bounced off Butt, then Campbell, and off the line. Well, astonishing developments in there. It's good to see the two players having a bit of crack about it. Somebody wants to get on the pitch and join in. Here's the corner. Bosnich has missed it again, and Borough have got one with Paul Ince. Would you believe? Scores against Manchester United again. Handball, says Bosnich, whose goalkeeping on those 2 crosses left plenty to be desired. Was there a bit of hand by Ince? Referee doesn't think so. Well, it might have been off his shoulder, but the goal stands. Well, it certainly wasn't handball, looking at that. It just ricocheted off him. 3-2. With a little over 3 minutes to go. Suddenly that miss by Dwight York looks a bit expensive. And United, who may well have been in the comfort zone, have got some work to do. Here's Nicky Butt. And a chance for number 4. Is that offside? It looked it. It looked offside from Quentin Fortune. And the goal's been given. Well, we've got uproar here now. Every Middlesbrough player thinks that was offside. Quentin Fortune scored it. And I must say, there was a very strong suspicion of offside, but was he offside when the ball was played through? High drama. The goal is given. Paul Durkin says goal. Andy Campbell having a lot to say. Now let's have a look at this and see if we can untangle it. Nicky Butt. Look, keep your eye on Fortune in the middle there. No, he was definitely onside. And give all the credit in the world to the assistant who kept his wits about him. And I think all those fans who are chanting cheat, 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 when they see the video back at home, they will know that he got it right. As you watching at home most certainly do. He was well onside, wasn't he, Quentin Fortune? You can understand the anger of the Middlesbrough players. Ricard is yellow carded, kicking the ball away. Borough's frustration spilling over. Here's Dwight York. Yet another 4-goal return for Manchester United. And that 4th goal coming just at a point where Middlesbrough had given themselves a little glimmer of hope. Here's Butt, crowded out in the nick of time. Now Campbell. Middlesbrough feeling aggrieved. A heated, emotive finish here. Free kick to Middlesbrough. But it surely is beyond them now. 4-2 behind. Ricard on the turn. Good effort. Quentin Fortune, by the way, his 2nd league goal for Manchester United. He got one against Bradford earlier in the season, scored 2 in that World Club Championship. 3 minutes to be added on here. Here's Campbell. Wide for Juninho. Splendid stuff so far from Juninho, and look at that! What a goal from the little Brazilian. Well, it's an incredible finish here. 4-3 now, would you believe? A really amazing night at the Riverside, this one. Juninho nutmegged Butt and then bent his shot into the corner of the net. Magnificent goal. And he'd gone 20 games without a goal before that too. Can Borough get an equaliser? Here's Dean. Bosnich does get there this time. United hanging on desperately now. I make it we've played 90 seconds of those 3 minutes to be added. Up goes Dean. Bosnich had to win that one. He did, having messed up on the earlier one from Paul Ince. It's not looked that convincing at times tonight, Bosnich. Sylvester's down injured. And there'll be a little more time added on for this too. Well, they've been starved of goals a bit at the Riverside this season. Borough haven't scored that many here. But they've got 3 tonight against Manchester United. And at the moment, it still isn't enough. And the row about that 4th Manchester United goal among the Borough fans will be even more heated now. But the wonders of television and replays have shown quite conclusively that it definitely was onside. And there was, of course, Ricard's disallowed goal in the first half for Dean's spot of pushing. Here's Christian Ziege. Still time, maybe. Helped on by Dean, and Ricard nearly in there. We've played 3 minutes, but there'll be a little more added on for that stoppage a moment or two back. Borough have to get the ball forward quickly now. It's Ziege. I have to say, Manchester United's defending not convincing here with that Real Madrid second leg in mind. Chipped into the danger area. Hamilton, Ricard. Just catching practice for Bosnich. Was that the last hurrah for the Borough? Well, United looked to be coasting at 3-1 when Dwight York had that chance to make it 4. But this game has exploded into some unexpected life late on. Fester's header. Curtis Fleming. United will want to keep the ball. Cole and Vickers in a rather unseemly heap. Game over. Manchester United have the 3 points after a remarkable and dramatic night here. What a match that was. For Manchester United, bottom line, surely the title, even if it wasn't beforehand, is theirs now. Quinton Fortune's goal, the subject of a heated debate. Paul Scholes with a cracker, the 3rd for United. All this after Middlesbrough had taken the lead, a deserved lead too, in the first half. 1-0 at half-time, 4-3 to Manchester United at full-time. They go 11 points clear now of Liverpool and are surely uncatchable. Middlesbrough stay in 12th place, but no problems for them. They're definitely safe. The crowd going home with a lot to talk about, and in the case of the Borough fans, they feel a lot to be angry about as well. Some night here at the Riverside, one of the games of the season. Middlesbrough 3, Manchester United 4.